I am calling my message this morning, The Gift. I'm going to be talking about a gift that we all received in October of 1971. Marvelous gift. But before I talk about the gift, I want to go a little farther back in time in my life, to about 1960. In 1960, I started a course, I'll call it, a period of learning and indoctrination. It was kind of pre-seminary work with the purpose of becoming a minister in the United Methodist Church. Early on in that study, I came up with a question, and that question was, what is our purpose? Not so much what is my purpose, but as human beings, why were we created? What is it we're supposed to accomplish? What is our purpose in this whole realm we call creation? Because virtually every living thing has a purpose. What is ours? What is the purpose of humanity? Well, as I began to think about this, I had to investigate what characteristics, what tools, what capabilities do we humans have? We have our senses. We can see, we can smell, we can hear, we can feel. We have the capacity to communicate. We can read and write and speak. We also have very large brains, almost the largest of all animals. Not quite, but almost. So we can think. We have the ability to imagine. And beyond that, we can create. And our bodies have the ability to actually do work, to accomplish things. And we can choose what those are. We can come together in groups and accomplish amazing tasks. So I've pondered this question, contemplated this question for the last 60 years. What is our purpose? Well, I think I've come to an answer. I truly believe, that the purpose of the human being is to be the caretaker, the caregiver, and the steward of this planet. We're the only creatures that I know of that have all of these capabilities and the capacity to do just that. Be the caretakers of our planet. That is our purpose, I believe. Now I'll talk about this gift. In October of 1971, human beings received a gift. And that gift consisted of a piece of paper with 129 words on it. About what the average paragraph is. If you double space it and use 16-point type, it looks something like that. Doesn't even take up a page. And that gift, in those 129 words, addresses every major aspect of our life experience that separates us from our humanity, that distracts us from our purpose. And in those same 129 words, it gives us hints very insightful hints of how to reconnect with our humanity and accept the responsibility and have the ability to manifest our purpose. What is that gift? You're very aware of it. It's actually a song from John and Yoko. It's called Imagine. We've sung those words together way over 100 times in the last 5 years. Most of us know those words, can repeat it from memory. What a gift to give us hints that our imagination and our ability to think and our ability to create and our ability to do work and accomplish tasks, those are the ways that we can reconnect with our humanity. Those are the ways we can fulfill and realize our purpose. For years, Vivian Clark has tutored me, has mentored me. And one of the things that she's always stressed is it's so important to make sure your congregation has a project. And boy, she was right as rain. And as I look back, when our consciousness is the highest, is the most elevated, is when we're collecting donations for the homeless, when we collect food for the hungry, when we all get together to paint the hall. Project. So I'm going to offer a suggestion today for a project for each and every one of us. What are we doing? We're sitting at home on the couch going stir crazy. Perfect time for a project. Well, my suggestion is this. There are in existence thousands, probably tens of thousands, of movements and organizations that are based on a consciousness of the good of the whole, the embetterment of humanity, of our planet, safeguarding our environment, saving the whales, the popular, well-known movements, Me Too, Black Lives Matter, 350.org. The list is longer than I can possibly remember. And I'm sure that there's one of those organizations or movements that you might be aware of that interest you. Affiliate with that. Collaborate with that movement, with that organization. And when you are in the process of being part of that movement or organization, offer an idea that all of these organizations, all these movements, all these people working together for the embetterment of our planet, of our world, have them stand together in agreement. What's that word I'm looking for? The Wobblies gave it to us. I can't think of it right now. But stand together in solidarity. That's the word. Solidarity. If we need an example of how to stand and work in these these movements and these organizations stand together in solidarity. I can think of no finer example than Gandhi. This man, through his ability to inspire and lead, convinced the citizens of India to stand up. And in so doing, they achieved independence from England. And they didn't do that by forming an army, getting a bunch of guns and tanks and airplanes and boats, and attacking England. Just the opposite. They stood on the power of their humanity. They refused to be dominated. They refused to be enslaved by fear, by poverty, by force, by ignorance. They trusted in the power that God gave all human beings, and that is the power of your humanity. That's the power of this universe. And that power that lies within our very being as human creatures is stronger than any power that any gun has, or that any bomb, or that any army. It's time for a project like that. This is the perfect time, folks. The global society, the global community is ready for a significant shift in consciousness, for new systems of governance and living together, new systems of economy. Folks, now is the time to stand up in the light of humanity, to stand up with the power of the entire universe, to refuse to be dominated, to refuse to be afraid, and actually take on the responsibility of stewardship and caregiving and caretaking of this planet, of all of the resources, of all of the living things, the planet itself. I started a few moments ago by talking about a gift of 129 words. And it comes to me that while those words are very profound, can have such power, the real gift is the gift God gave to us, the gift of humanity. The gift of humanity. May we all find a way to reconnect with our humanity. May we all find a way to manifest our purpose. It's time. We have the wherewithal to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is why we have been created. I believe with all that is in me that that is the truth. And so it is.